Don't threaten me with a good time. Hello and welcome to another 5-minute car reviews. I'm Chris and this is the 2023 Subaru Boxer rear-wheel drive Zenith, better known as the BRZ. Chunky agrees. Now, this is the second generation of this car. The first one being the Scion FRS, Toyota 86, the GT 86, and of course the Subaru BRZ before. So good they had to make a second one. But like most sequels, is it as good as the first? Let's take a look. Now, those of you that are familiar with this particular car are probably pretty aware of what the other one looked like. This one has made a lot of cosmetic changes on top of the engine and transmission changes. The engine is now a 2.4 liter Boxer 4-cylinder as opposed to the 2 liter before it. The new engine is popping out 228 horsepower, which is about 28 more than the other one, which doesn't seem like a lot, but remember, this car weighs just over 2,500 pounds. More power for not much more weight. Chef's kiss. But I happen to think, and I'll get away from it, but this happens to be a very good looking car. I love it, especially in this particular color. And if you squint really hard from a distance, I think it even looks like a Ferrari Roma. So, as you can see, if you squint really hard, it does look like the Roma, if you use your imagination just a little bit. But let's get in the car. Let's see what's going on the inside. Inside, you'll find that there are 4 seats, 2 in the front, 2 in the rear, although, let's get you out here. Couple of cup holders here for the back seat passengers or your phone equipment, storage, whatever. And we also have a 6-speed manual transmission, 3 pedals, save the manuals, push button start, a 8-inch touchscreen stereo with Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a revised interior, which is actually really nice. These seats are very comfortable and supportive, even for a fat guy like me. Got a glove box down here, air conditioning, and cruise control, power locks, power windows, power mirrors, remote trunk. And the windows are great because they're auto up and auto down. So, you know, one touch, very cool. All your controls are right here on the steering wheel, easy to reach. And it's a very limited but not Spartan interior. Like I said, it's comfortable, it's functional, and it's designed to make the driving experience amazing. All right, so let's turn this bad boy on and get some air conditioning going because it's starting to get hot in here. Okay, get that. Okay, and the push button start. Okay, neutral. Now I love these climate control buttons. They got digital displays in each one telling you the exact temperature, and you also have dual zone controls. So if my passenger wants it super hot, there it is. But I'm not going to do that because it's already hot. And of course the digital gauge cluster, which is very clear, concise, and easy to read. Oh, and one of my favorite things, we got traction control. Don't threaten me with a good time. And so when you depress the traction button, it just turns the traction off. See, traction off, traction back on. The track one, you got to hold it down a little bit, and it changes the display and puts you into track mode. So this is kind of a limited thing where you got still a little bit of traction, but it turns off the stability and everything. Now, if you want the full bore, you hold this button down, and then you'll get the traction control to go off with it. Traction off, and boom! Yes! That's fun. So this car just rolled over 1,000 miles. Very cool. Let's take this bad boy for a ride. All right, driving in the BRZ, cruising it this morning. Well, as you're driving it, the first thing you may notice is that I've changed my shirt and got a haircut. Other than that, it's a very comfortable, very easy driving experience. The car is responsive. The seats are bolstered but not uncomfortable. Even for a large guy like me, I fit in here pretty darn good. But this car is so amazing. It really is. The steering is direct. The gear shift is super notchy. You know exactly where you're putting it in. The throttle is responsive. The clutch is nice and light. You know exactly where the grab point is. There's really not much to say that hasn't been said about this car. The power delivery is immediate. And everything about this car is brilliant. It really is. It's well thought out. It's super fun to drive. Even though you can't tell on Elite Drive here, it's actually really good in the corners. Even though there's no corners and we're going about 20 miles an hour. But yeah, this is a very well thought out car. Very, very, very Subaru. But I don't know what else to say about this car. It's just, yeah, it's brilliant. I guess just casual driving around, I'm getting about 30 miles a gallon. It's fuel. There's nothing, I can't say anything bad about this car. I mean, some of the materials, maybe, you know, the plastics are a little hard, but they're textured and they look nice. Maybe I would have wireless CarPlay available if I had to nitpick. But the power windows, I like. They're power up, power down, one touch. Very cool. Yeah, this car is just, I guess to sum it up and to end this video without it being too long, is this car is absolutely likable. Very likable, even as a daily. I'm sure you can take it to the track and make it some sort of track monster, but even as a daily, it is just, it's brilliant. I love it. I want to get one. I will get one. I've been inspired. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video with that because I really don't have much to say that hasn't been said a million times about this car. The previous version and this one. Yeah. Catch you guys on the next video.
It's about the car ride. And I know this now because for the first time in my life, I had that thought. I was thinking, man, I'd like to go for a car ride for some reason. And it's because the car ride is the last true isolation you can possibly get from the world anymore.